Hello, friend, and welcome back. Today we are doing our follow-up video on Skinvive by Juvederm. It's the injectable hyaluronic acid moisturizer. I had originally intended to do this right at the 2-week mark, but we're a little past that, so this is closer to the final product than I had intended, but you get to see some updates anyways. First off, we can take a quick look. I feel like you can definitely tell my skin is a little more radiant, a little glowier. In the marketing, they're always looking at like this part of the cheek because it catches the light so beautifully. There's radiance to it anyways, and you can just see the full effect of really good hydrated skin. When you've done a treatment for that, you can see it beautifully across the cheekbone. So there's my glowy cheekbone. uh, so I've loved it. I will say this is a really good experience to have recorded. There's some pictures, I will show them in just a minute, of not a complication, but I would just call it a hiccup because it's very easily fixed, but it lets us talk about some important things when it comes to in-office procedures. First thing being, communicate with your provider. I'm an aesthetic nurse injector. For those of you who don't know and are just jumping in, I'm an RN. I work at a medical spa. I'm one of the people that works with the needles. So things like Botox, Dysport, injectable fillers, hyaluronic fillers, Sculptra, any of the injectable products are things that I deal with. And I had a colleague that did my Skinvive, and she did an awesome job. It was wonderful. She got me through it. I have very low pain tolerance, and she made it a breeze. So kudos to her. I'm not the easiest patient, as most medical professionals can tell you. Other medical professionals are not great patients. So yes, anytime something comes up that doesn't sound like what you talked about with your provider, more irritation, slower results, anything that looks uneven, any of those things, you need to communicate with whoever did the treatment. I want to get past the hurdle of worrying that you're going to upset your injector or your provider, worrying that they're going to think poorly of you or be annoyed with you for asking questions or bringing up hiccups or tweaks that you want, or just comments that maybe this isn't sitting quite how I expected, that kind of thing. Bring it up and have that conversation. And you, if at all possible, have that conversation face to face. Pictures are worth 1,000 words, but being able to sit face to face with your provider and say, hey, this doesn't look like what we talked about, or this seems to be more irritated, then they can really do a thorough assessment and say, oh, this is actually a perfectly normal response, because we always try to talk our patients through the most common adverse effects or expected side effects of any treatment. If it's a resurfacing laser, you're going to expect some redness and swelling for this amount of days. You're going to maybe peel or shed for this many days. Things will definitely get worse before they get better for this many days, or these are the ways that you can combat that. And especially when it comes to injectables, it can feel like a bigger deal, a bigger procedure, because you have this substance in your skin now. And I paid good money. I want it to be in there. I don't want to lose any by dissolving any, or I don't want to take a step backwards if it's not sitting quite right. So maybe I'll just sit on this and not complain to my injector. Let's just get past all of that. Your injector wants to hear about it. Your provider wants to hear about what's going on, how you're feeling, if there are left turns that they weren't expecting, because chances are your provider has been through that experience with a patient or with themselves. So if you touch base with them, they can usually say, hey, that sounds like something we've seen before. Come on in. Here's how we're going to tackle that problem. Or that's not even a problem at all. It's taking your skin a little bit longer to deal with this, or X, Y, or Z. There are just so many things that we can talk you through that we maybe didn't cover in the consult, but it's a less common effect or a less common outcome that we have an answer for. So the first thing is communicate with your provider. Whatever it is, let them know what you're thinking and how you're feeling, and you guys can work through it together. If you've been in this business any length of time, whether as an esthetician or a nurse injector or a higher level provider, you have had the experience of someone having a complication or just not an outcome that they were happy with, and they go to a different provider. Or maybe you've been the provider that they came to and said, hey, I saw somebody else, and look, this is what I don't like about whatever is going on. And we'll use injectables specifically because Skinvive is an injectable product. You have to have a knowledgeable provider and a qualified provider to use it. But still, there's a chance that something's not going to sit quite right or something's not going to go perfectly according to plan. We see this also with injectable fillers. So, cheek filler, jaw filler, lip filler, especially, that someone will feel like, oh, I feel bad. I don't want to go back to that person either because, oh, they messed up my face so badly, or I don't want to bother them. I don't want to make them feel bad like they did a bad job because we have such a good relationship. So I'll go see somebody else and get this fixed, and then no one will be the wiser. Here's what happens when you show up to a different provider. They can make their best guess on what depth the original injection was placed, what product it was, how much product was placed. You probably have a pretty good idea of what timeline it was based on the patient's story, but the depth, the product, and everything else about how it was placed and when and where, that's all really important when it comes to corrections and revisions. There are different approaches to using hyaluronidase or Hylenex, which is our blending and dissolving tool. It's an enzyme that dissolves hyaluronic acid, which is the primary ingredient in most fillers, at least in the US. And it's the primary ingredient in Skinvive, like I had. Now, there are ways to completely dissolve something, like if you want a completely fresh face, if we're starting over with lips, that's pretty common, that will dissolve everything in there. The problem becomes every injector uses a slightly different technique. There's no perfect science to it. It is more of an art than a science. And so if you go back to the injector who originally did your injections, they will know where they placed the product, what they placed there, and how much they placed. So it's much easier to dissolve all of that product, even more so when we are blending product out. So this is what happened to me. I had some raised areas right in here close to my nasolabial folds, which is this. They were just raised areas right where I got the Skinvive injections. Now, this is not super uncommon, but I still wound up with this little bit of uneven area. And part of the technique afterwards is for you to massage it. And I did that and followed my aftercare like I was supposed to. And at 2 weeks, I actually did go back and say, hey, this is still bugging me. Do you think we can do something about it? So what she did is take a small amount of diluted hyaluronidase and went into those areas that were raised, put a tiny little aliquot in there, and then we blended it down manually, just massaging it in. Some of that product probably dissolved completely, but the majority of it is still there, and it was just able to blend down into the skin by kind of re-softening it. Now, I won't get too into the details about this, but that's a really effective way to deal with undesired outcomes with filler, is going back to your injector and saying, hey, I don't like the way that this sat. This is sitting uneven. This looks patchy, whatever the concern is. And then they know exactly where they placed it and how they placed it, so they can undo it or blend it out the best way possible, versus going to see another injector or provider that has to guess and say, they were probably at this depth, or they probably put this much in. This is probably what it is. You aren't going to get the best results from that because it's just pure guesswork. Educated guesswork, but guesswork all the same. So go back to your original injector, tell them what you're feeling, tell them what you're seeing so that they can address it, or to tell you, hey, this is just part of the process. Hang tight. Trust the process. That's another conversation I have a whole lot, especially with new lip filler, is there's going to be some lumps and bumps. There's going to be some things that sit unevenly. You got to trust the process in those early days. And that's why we have a really thorough consultation ahead of time before we even decide on a product, before we even get out a needle. We're going to talk about, here are the things to expect and here are the ways to deal with them. But here's the timeline before we're actually going to do anything about it, because most of the time is your best friend. Time is going to settle things. Time is going to allow your tissue to integrate filler. Time is going to help your Botox settle a little better. It's just time is your best friend when it comes to aesthetics because your body needs to adjust to whatever treatment you've had done to show you the best results. So I went back to my friend. She dealt with this. It's just a couple of quick pokes and some massaging afterwards. I continued to massage the days afterwards. And here we are about 3 weeks later, and nice and smooth. There are no bumpies left. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Now, we will see the full results at about a month, and I will be back to talk more about that. But this was just a really nice education opportunity to say that even in very skilled hands, in the perfect circumstances, some things can turn out not quite the way we planned. And you go back to your provider, talk to them, and they will find you a way through this, and you will do it together so that you have the best results and you can continue building that trust relationship with each other. Thanks so much for watching. Until next time, be well.